Twerking?
Twerking.
I guess not.
No, the dance craze?
Oh, well, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Have you
now.
seen it?
I've seen segments of it. I haven't seen a great deal of it.
Okay, so
You gonna show it to me?
yeah. Basically this is Miley Cyrus
Oh.
at the VMAs twerking.
It doesn't look new to me. You know, when I was that age, they did the twist,
Okay.
and my parents thought it was just awful, you know. But it's just a way of expressing yourself, I guess.
And so college students twerking, doing that in clubs, you know, shaking their bottom. You have
College students have been shaking their bottom forever.
okay.
I don't see anything new about that.
Okay. Okay, the twist. You want to show it to me?
Well, you know, I've got a bad back, but I
I'll
can
do
kind
it.
of go through the slow
Okay.
motions of it.
Okay.
You know, all you did was just, you know, it's like that.
Did you
And
move?
then there was a few movements around, you know. But
Uh-huh.
like I said, I wasn't very good at it.
You weren't? All the ladies didn't love it?
Oh, I don't think so.
Do you want to twerk for me?
No, I don't think I'll do that.
I'm not going to have to demonstrate or recreate Miley Cyrus's VMA dance, am I? Because nobody wants to see that. Trust me. Most of the people didn't want to see it to begin with.
Exactly.
You could do that from just like generation to generation. It's always been a music issue and a dance issue.
Uh-huh.
The old people and the young people.
Yes. Okay, so have you seen this? Miley twerking.
I've not. I mean, I saw the VMA one. I haven't seen
Uh-huh.
this.
Okay.
What does she have on?
It's like
It's like a onesie.
uh-huh. It's like a costume or something.
The whole twerking thing, I think is kind of funny because my daughters introduced me to it about a month and a half ago.
Okay.
And it's a little disturbing to see my 11 and 12-year-olds dancing like that. But one, they're not very good at it, and and two, you know, it's the old saying, kids these days. You know, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
but I don't see what the big deal is for them doing it. To me, the bigger deal was when she was in the VMAs with very little on and doing it. There's and then I mean, there's just so sexual. That's not terribly sexual. I mean, it can be, I suppose, but it was so sexual the way she did it in the VMAs that I thought that was maybe a little inappropriate. I mean, she's an adult. She's 20 years old. She can do what she wants to. If nothing else, she's getting attention for it. And yeah, it's a lot of negative attention, but if you believe the old saying, there's no such thing as bad PR, she's got her name back out there. And I was almost more disturbed with the little hair horns than anything else because I thought that was really odd. I'm sure that my parents felt the same way when we were dancing in a disco, which is what we did when we were their age, you know. And it wasn't nearly the same as the dancing that they did. And, you know, the movie Dirty Dancing came out and everybody was doing that and grinding, beginning to do that kind of stuff. And parents, I'm sure, were like, oh my God, because they didn't do it and they wouldn't do it. But is it that big a deal?
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a little much ado about nothing in terms of just the twerking. But it really does depend on the context and how you're, I mean, obviously how you're clothed matters, I guess, because it can be very, very sexual. I don't think it has to be.
Kids, college kids twerking. That doesn't shock you? Does it shock you?
It doesn't shock me a bit, and it doesn't really bother me. I mean, why not let kids be kids, and why not let kids have their own way of communicating? It's a style. It's something, you know, when we're dancing, we're communicating something, right? Maybe it's just that we're having fun. Sometimes it's sexual, doesn't have to be, but, you know, dancing is one way that people interact with one another, meet one another, show one another what their personalities are, and so I don't really see a problem with it.
Do you want to show me dance moves?
Hell no, I'm not going to twerk for you. I'm not. There's
I'll
no
twerk
way.
with you.
No way.
What
in
about
the
a
world.
dance move from
No way.
your college
I'm not going to do
age?
it. You're not going
Okay,
to get me to
fine.
dance.
I
I will not dance.
Have you ever heard of twerking?
This was actually, I only looked it up 2 days ago because of the Miley Cyrus thing. And there's actually a lead story on CNN.com and other places. And I saw in the headline, she twerks her way to whatever. I had no idea what it was, and I read the article and didn't know. And so I did actually do a search for whatever twerking is. And at first I thought they were doing a play on words of working of somehow. And then finally when you go to twerk, then, well, oh, okay, there is an actual word for whatever this is. So,
So did you see an actual video?
I actually did. Once I got the definition, there was a link at the definition, and it would have linked to YouTube, and so I did see some kind of unbelievable things. And again, generational differences, yes, that would apply there.
When you were in college, what kind of dance moves were y'all doing?
It was, and of course this was the 70s, and I really didn't get into what they call disco.
Okay.
So that really wasn't one of those kinds of things. This is not bragging, but in 8th grade, which obviously is a little bit long time ago, I won the Freddie contest at the end of the year party.
Okay.
I mean, it's just.
I have to see it now.
It's strange. You actually you do foot and hand out.
You have to show me.
Well, I mean, it was something like that. So it's really pretty silly, but we all do silly things. So it's something or another.
Thoughts on young girls out at the club twerking? Thoughts on that?
That's interesting because you have the mass comm professor perspective, then you have the father perspective. I'm probably leaning to more of a conservative interpretation and say that's maybe not even the most attractive way to present yourself or the most attractive thing to do, but it seems to be popular within the culture. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong, it's different.
Yeah.
And so different's okay.